watch this video. It's gonna be a rough one. But watch this video, then we'll talk.
Being a single woman is not a compliment in every case. I'm sorry, it's just not. It actually raises a lot of red flags, to be honest. Because now you got your counterparts and your peers asking behind your back if you even capable of keeping a relationship, keeping a man and keeping a woman, etc. See, a lot of y'all felt triggered by that settle video, which was eye-opening to me because obviously we have a lot of women living in this state of delusion, thinking that they just gonna find the most perfect man ever. And if not, and they can't find that, they'll just be single, as if that's supposed to do any type of advancement to our society. Ask yourself, what is your purpose on the earth as a woman if you're not seeking some type of family, and especially family of your own? Like, what exactly are you trying to accomplish on this earth? Are you trying to be masculine or what? Like, what's the deal?
I know. But if I had to hear it, so did you. So now we're all in this together. But now that we're all here, I made some notes. There's some things that I think we all need to talk about. But first, hi, my name is Shayna. For those who are new here, I talk a lot about decentering men, child-free living, all of that good stuff. And I'm a journalist, so I talk a lot. And my editors are like, Shayna, too much. So I come here and I rant. So now that I've gone through all of that, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If I say anything that resonates, please, a super thanks would make me smile and tee. But anyway, let's dive into my notes. Note number 1, red flags for misogynists. Now, what the speaker was saying is that being single, if you're single for too long, or if you're like happily single or something like that as a woman, that is a red flag for your hypothetical peers, right? People that want you to feel like you're alone make it seem like, oh, there's this huge community of people that share their ideas. So he has summoned a hypothetical group, but also it's not so much a hypothetical group. It's just oh my God, it's just Neanderthals. It's just pit sniffers. It's just ball scratchers. It's them, right? So those people think you're a red flag. So congratulations, you have elevated to a new level of higher living, okay? Because now those people don't want to talk to you. You're good, you're safe, you're thriving, arguably. But here's some of the red flags for those people, the ball sniffers, the ooga boogas, right? So their red flags include free thought, independent thought, creative thought. Their red flags include strong boundaries, knowing when enough is enough, and leaving before you are forced to leave, or leaving at the moment, not questioning when it's time to leave. Trusting your instincts, intuition. A strong sense of woman's intuition is also, I'm gonna write that right here. A strong sense of woman's intuition is also one of their red flags, because they don't like that. And it's never wrong. Being able to identify where your intuition sits in your body, especially if you're somebody that is prone to anxiety, because your intuition and your anxiety don't sit in the same place. They're not the same texture. They're not the same feeling. But the more that you get in touch with your intuition, the more you can decipher where that is for you. If you're curious about that, I'm more than happy to make a video about that. Let me know in the comments. But also, let's continue with these red flags. A solid non-negotiables list. And I don't care if that's for dating. I don't care if that's for your marriage. I don't care if you're already married. If he's not keeping up with that list, and I'm not saying like, oh, well, honestly, I take it back. Your non-negotiables list can be whatever it is that you want it to be. And he keep it solid. Keep it strong for whatever the life is that you would like to have, maybe with a partner. And if that person cannot keep up with that non-negotiables list, now mind you, it's great to have a non-negotiables, would like to have, whatever. You can make as many lists as you want, but your non-negotiables, if cheating is on your non-negotiables and that man cheats on you, or he's moving like he's getting ready to cheat, on to the next, okay? But that's a red flag for them. So just keep that in mind. Another red flag, good communication. Being able to use your words effectively, efficiently, and get to the point. It's a red flag. They don't like that. A joy and a love of self. The way that all of these other things fall perfectly into place if you have a joy and a love for yourself, for your life, for your dreams, for your passions, for who you are and who you could be, and even who you were back then. A compassion for who you were back then. Oh, they hate that. Because if you have compassion for who you were back then, then they can't use what was back there to manipulate you in the now and to get you to do what they want to in the future. So put that on the top of your list, okay? Because they hate that. And independence, personal independence and financial independence, especially because that was how they kept that's how they kept women under lock and key for generations. Because financially, they needed to be dependent. Oh, you want to eat? Oh, you want a house? Oh, you want children? It's not me, but I mean, there's people out there. Oh, you want a bank account? Marry me. Or be destitute and die in a corner. Like, that was your options. Those were your options. But they don't like that. They don't like that. So, if you would like to be if you would like to be a green flag to these oogas, then do the opposite of this. But if you're happy being a red flag to the boogs, to the boobs, then that's a nice list. I'm sure I'm missing a couple. If I'm missing any, please feel free to type them in the comments section. But now we're moving on a little bit. So this mouth breather also said, how many of y'all really want to? Okay, so they were talking about keeping a man as if that is a prize to be held, as if that is a thing that people aspire to, as if, and maybe, listen, I understand, I'm neurodivergent, I probably got a full palm of the tism, it's more than a touch, so I need things to make sense. I need it to make sense up here, and I don't do well with like words being thrown frivolously. Like, it's literally the opposite of my career. So I'm gonna need somebody to help me hear through the boogs when it comes to why keeping a man, any man, is the goal. How that improves my life, how just there's something about the keeping that makes it seem like they want to run away, like there's things that you catch and then you keep them. It's why would I, and why is that a badge of honor to be had? And think about what goes into that. There's a lot of energy that goes into keeping somebody or something that wants something else. You have to take the energy that you would use into your creative pursuits, into your career, into the home that you would like to, all of that stuff, right? You have to take all of that energy and then not put it into those things and put it into keeping a man. I just don't make sense to me. It genuinely does not make sense to me. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. It's genuinely just illogical to me. We got two more. The next one, advancing our society. The mouth breather. He was talking about that it's our job, like us being single is actively not advancing our society, and that we should want to advance our society. I have a very simple question. Why? Why should we want to advance our society? Do you see what our society is doing to women? Do you see what our society is doing to marginalized people? Do you see what our society is doing to the environment? What our society is doing to our actual society? Like, why should we advance that? I don't. And why is that our job? Like, if you don't want to be single, then don't be single. And if there's not other women who don't want to be single, then you got bros who also don't want to be single. Just go and don't be single with them. There's always an answer. There's always a resolution to be had. Just go and enjoy. Go play Call of Duty. Hug. Maybe kiss a little bit. I don't know. Like, there's ways that you can appease, there's ways that you can advance society. You can build the society that might make the women that are withholding having children because of what society's doing. You could build a society that would make them more open to having children. I mean, it wouldn't happen in one generation or two, or maybe even three, but like work towards it. You know, you're strong. I don't know. He don't look too strong. He don't look like he got vitamin K. He looks deficient. But like, I don't know. Maybe his bro. Maybe his bro can help him build that society. I don't know. I'm just saying it. Oh, one, why advance this society that is not my favorite society? And I read fantasy books. There's other societies that I like way more than this one. And also, why is it our job? Who we're very happy with where we are right now. Like we're really enjoying being single. So that's my third question. And then I got one more. So he was talking about your purpose. What is your purpose if you don't want to have kids? So I really enjoy traveling. I really enjoy bothering my mom and also taking her on trips with me. I think that my purpose is to be a gremlin. I don't necessarily want to be a bridge troll because that's not quite my vibe, but I think that a cute little fairy princess that lives in the woodland. Actually, no, I like the vibe of the woodland, but maybe not like living in the woodland because mosquitoes and such. Like a little city, a cute little city gremlin fairy that just invokes. I think that's my purpose. And I think that that's a complete sentences. I think that that is a complete thought. I think that that is a complete purpose. Now, outside of that, do I also highlight marginalized people around the world for publications that are both nationally and internationally known? Yeah. And that's also a great purpose. But at the end of the day, if I could just make, and I don't even have to make a living doing this. Like, I got Pisces in the second house. I also got Lilith in the second house in Pisces. Like, listen, when it comes to money, the concept of money, I'm just like my bills get paid and I pay my taxes. But like, what's a money? I'm here to vibe. I'm just a baby. And that's my purpose. And I recognize that that's a red flag to a lot of men. And I don't talk to men. Okay, so to be more specific, like I do have to talk to men for my job and things like that. And there are like a couple of like men that I respond to in the comment section and such. But like in general, like the kind of men that this is a red flag to, then just don't talk to me because I don't see you. I genuinely don't see you. For New Year's this past year, me and like a bunch of my girlfriends were at the steakhouse. And at one point, I didn't realize that like all the waiters around us were just like gathering at the table and just like talking to us and such. And at the end of the day, my friend was like, "Oh my God, Shayna, we talked to so many men." And I was like, "We talked to men?" They were like, "Yeah, like all the waiters." And I was like, "They were men?" I remember talking to people I just genuinely didn't see. So I feel like I'm entering the next level of human evolution is what I'm trying to say because I genuinely did not see them. And I think that the men that are concerned or are appalled by my purpose in life, I would not see them. And I know that that frustrates them. And it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, those are my thoughts. And I'm curious about what your purpose in life is. Especially if you're child free and if you are actively decentering men, like what is your purpose? Because I hope that it makes just as much sense and is just as beautiful and just as colorful and just as specific as mine. So please share your purpose in the comment section and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will talk to you guys later. All right. Bye.